Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Daniel Repberg. I'm a guitar player here in Nashville, and I do play guitar full-time for a living, and I'm very grateful for that opportunity. And there's always guys, taking pictures of my board, and, different people here visiting, other guitar players. People are always taking pictures of my board and wondering what I'm using, and, I think of it as a compliment, really. And so I just wanted to make a little video here and kind of show you guys what I use and how I use it. And yeah, man. So basically the foundation, the board itself is a Pedal Train Junior. It's lightweight with all the pedals on it. You know what I mean? It's lightweight. It's easy to transport. It does fit in my carry-on bag, which is pretty amazing. And the power supply is a Strymon Zuma with a Strymon Ojai as an extension. Very, very clean power supply. I've really only used that. I mean, I've used it for so many years now, and I've never had any issues. Super clean sounding. There's no noise. I'd highly recommend that. I do have a buffer at the beginning and the end of my chain. I haven't really experimented with buffers that much, but I use the TC electronic buffer. So, going through all these pedals and all the cable, you lose signal. But when you have a buffer, you get a lot of it back. So when I plug straight into an amp, I basically, if I'm just going straight with the cable versus going through with all the pedals and everything, it basically sounds identical, which is what you want. All the cables are Mogami. I love the sound of Mogami. I love the clarity and the warmth, and they are quite durable as well. And all the patch cables are Mogami cables as well. And so I got my Fender Deluxe here, just kind of, it's not too loud. I don't want to blast the neighbors out, get them angry at me, And if I am going, most of the time I go direct, a lot of venues downtown especially, they want everything super quiet, they want to control everything. So I use either a Universal Audio Lion or I use a Universal Audio Dream 65. Both of those are really, really good as clean pedal platforms. Yeah, I'm using a Les Paul right now. And let's get into it, man. The Sonic Research Tuner. I love this thing. It's super quick. It's very, very accurate. I've used other pedals, tuners over the years, but I've used this one for a very long time, and it's built like a tank, man. And so I guess the next thing in line here is the Ego compressor, and I use that for kind of like country chicken picking stuff. I used it for funk, It's a great pedal, man. Very versatile. Then the Phase 95, I'll use that for either funk stuff again, like it adds a little extra dimension to it. Some lead stuff, That's really nice, just adds a little extra something to it. The wah is the Dunlop Mini wah, or whatever it is. I do like, like the Full Tone Clyde. I like a lot of the RMC stuff, like the Perfect 10. That's probably like one of the best wah pedals you can get. This thing, obviously I got it because it's smaller and it fits on the board, but I really do like the sound of this pedal. It's sounds pretty good, man. And then of course you use it for lead as well. Yeah, super reliable, and yeah, it really sounds good in the context of a full band. So in regards to drives, I've tried, oh my god, I've tried all of them, I swear. And this is what I've settled on. I technically have 6 stages of gain. For the first stage, I use the Honeybee OD by Barefoot. Super underrated pedal, actually. Nobody uses this thing, but it's so good. of like my, yeah, like I said, my first stage. If I'm going. Yeah, it's a really good pedal. Everybody should check that out. Next pedal I use is the Distortion. That's for the next stage. So if this is the first stage, if you don't want to spend a bunch of money for a Distortion, the next best thing that I have tried is the third powered Love Drive. That is the best sounding Distortion clone that I have tried, honestly. And the question is, why would you want a Distortion? What's the point of it? Why do you want to be like all the other guys in LA or Nashville? The reason why the Distortion and the Nobles as well, the reason why they are so good is because they're incredibly versatile, and how they sit in a track, and also how they sit in a context with a band. There's just something about these pedals that is hard to explain, and the clones are close, but when you try the real thing, you're like, okay, I get it. So this right here is... So this is first stage, second stage. This is the third stage right here. This is a Nobles ODR Plus 10th anniversary. I have tried an original Nobles next to this thing. So basically it's a 10th anniversary edition of the original Nobles that came out in the early 90s. Compared to the original Nobles and this pedal that I have here, it sounds identical. It sounds the same. It also has that same kind of squishy kind of feel to it. You cannot tell them apart, and I'm as big of a cork sniffing tone snob as anybody else. So if you do find, they're really hard to find, they're very rare. But if you're able to find a Nobles Plus, it's the silver box version. You can have XTS rehouse it for you. It's so worth it. I think it's a little bit better than the original Nobles because you do get the boost side of it as well. So let me go back to the Distortion for a minute. Here's the Nobles. Yeah, super nice. You know, the EQ is awesome, and both of these, I can say they're not just country pedals. They can fit into any type of context. I swear, you can play like a hard rock song with these. You know what I mean? Especially with the Nobles, and it just fits right in. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a Marshall thing or a cranked up Fender Bassman, but it's a really, really versatile drive sound. And then the boost side. Plenty of gain, you know, and then if I want more, I'll put on the Honeybee. I mean, that's more gain than you would need, right? And then for the solo boost, I'm going to turn the boost off just for the sake of volume. Everybody uses this. The XTS version is a little bit more versatile because each little fader is a guitar frequency instead of, I guess the other ones are guitar frequencies like the original version. But this one is a little bit more closer to those guitar frequencies that you might, hear in a track. So, yeah, the typical thing, you boost the 800 hertz and then add a little bit of volume. And it really does, you know what, screw it. I'm going to add a little bit of volume. And so we can get it in the real context. So anyway, you're doing rhythm. You'll never have a problem being heard with that as your solo boost. Okay, so moving on, I don't want to make this too long. This is a volume pedal, and you'll notice that I'm pressing down on it and nothing's happening. You're gonna laugh. Hopefully I don't mess this up. I bought like a little latch from Home Depot, like you'd put on like a chest. And so I don't use this that often, but when I do, you know, you do need a volume pedal, you know, just for certain things. It's hard to get by without it. And then so when I'm not using it, I'll flip the switch back or the latch back. And then so what will happen is if I don't have that and I go to hit a solo boost, instead of having a boost in volume, I'll have no volume because I'll accidentally hit that thing. So I know it's funny, but when people see it, they're like, oh, it's actually a pretty good idea. So anyway, the Verb, I'm gonna put on the Honeybee. The Verb. I love reverb. It really is part of your tone. And I'll adjust it based on the room, you know, and you know, the context. And then I do have the tap tempo. I do have the tap tempo. I was going to say there's the tremolo side, and if I do want to adjust the tempo of the tremolo, depending on the song, or if you know, respectfully, if the drummer kind of speeds up or slows down. Everybody speeds up and slows down. We're all human, but you know what I'm saying. You want to make sure that if you have a tremolo, you're as close to the drummer's tempo as possible. You know, you don't want it to kind of throw off the band or anything. So really nice tremolo. Yeah, and then I use the Blue Sky by Strymon to get a little bit more of that kind of ambient sound. Really nice. And then if I do need kind of a if I'm playing like I don't know, something with like a chorus, you know, I'll do that, you know, or if I'm doing you know, it's like a favorite setting, you know. I don't have an actual chorus on here, but is it the best chorus sound in the world? Maybe not, but it definitely gets the point across. And then, yeah, I have the Strymon Brigadier as my delay. Really nice. You know, great for lead stuff, you know. usually I have a little bit more delay than you should, you know, because you just don't want it to get lost with like the drums and the cymbals and all the other instruments, you know. So I usually have it set a little bit with a little bit more delay than you usually would if you were playing in your bedroom. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video, and I kind of want to, you know, get back into doing YouTube again, and just takes a lot of time. And so anyway, if you guys want to see more content like this, you know, maybe give me a subscribe and a like on the video, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.